Dinner for shoes, please.
Hello and welcome to an episode of Dinner for Shoes. I'm really excited because I'm having Kait Schneider, who founded the brand Aeston West. It is a wonderful beauty brand dedicated to simplifying skincare. I'm going to have her here on the couch with me in just a few minutes. I am going to make you suffer through the outfit behind the shoes first, and we will have a plate right here for our daily provisions. Spoiler alert, Caitlin's favorite meal is avocado toast, which if a while back was probably one of those like trendy breakfasts that not everyone had on the menu, but now I think of it as the most simple breakfast, avocado and toast. And I also wanted to get from Daily Provisions because Caitlin's brand, Easton West, is dedicated, like I said, to simplifying skincare, but this skincare routine, which is a 3-step skincare routine, should be done every day. And you should almost think of it like a ritual, like you would meditation or yoga or whatever your favorite workout is, right? And so I was thinking about how, since it should be done daily, Daily Provisions is smart. So we will dive into that once Kait gets here. Now, the reason why I wore this outfit today also has to do with the topic at hand, as it always does. So I am in this naked cashmere set. I've worn it before. I think the first time I wore it was to Greece because I just felt like it screamed Greece based on the color of the blue. Silk pants, this really beautiful cashmere sleeveless top. As you know, we had an episode with naked cashmere. They are always going to be my go-to for loungewear, for leisure. I am obsessed. I love these pants. They're comfortable. Kait and I are doing a Get On Ready With Me episode today. She is going to show me how to strip off my makeup and do her 3-step skincare routine, which makes her feel beautiful and is meant to make all women feel beautiful. So because of that, I wanted to opt for something comfortable, but something elevated. So something that you would feel really good lounging in when you're home alone on a Friday night, or you're not doing anything on a Saturday, or even a Sunday where you're dedicating the day to self-care and meditating and doing a mask, which is how I like to spend my Sundays, quite honestly. So that was the reason behind this set. I also recently got these necklaces from Mango, and they're making a lot of noise, so I'm actually going to tighten one of them so that it doesn't keep hitting the other one. But they're comb necklaces, and of course, this is a beauty episode, so I figured, like, let me wear my double comb necklaces. Sometimes I wear one alone, but I honestly haven't taken these off recently. This is kind of like the way that I feel about my favorite pair of jeans. I just love these. They're fun, they're quirky, they're eccentric. I feel like they show off my style, and they're silver, and I don't wear silver a lot. I'm wearing my gold engagement ring, and then very simple little hoops to bring out the metal of the combs. And then finally, I am wearing these slides by Song of Style. These are so old, but I have never retired them because they always look brand new. If they get dirty, I literally just wipe them down with a wipe. And like, I feel like they're so comfortable. They have the smallest little wedge heel, and this is the kind of like slide sandal that I would wear if I was like walking around the house and having a self-care day and like lived in some mansion and was wearing like a flowy chiffon robe and like wanted a little heel just to look really sexy. Like, I would wear these Song of Style wedges. So I love them. We're going true blue today. And then finally, the pièce de résistance, my favorite little scarf of the moment. It's a stone fruit scarf, and it literally says Earthly Delights on it. Fruit to me just goes hand in hand with simplifying, whether it's your diet or just thinking about fruit coming from nature. And so I thought this was a really appropriate grounding method of me totally embodying the theme at hand today. I actually was going to wear it in my hair because my hair is so greasy and dirty today, but I decided I'm not going to do a headscarf thing. I really liked the way this tied. I actually just like knotted it at the side, and I feel like it's such a small little knot because of the size of the scarf that like you can't even really see it. So it worked out perfectly. All right, let's welcome Kait and dive into a full conversation about what it's like to be a founder, simplifying beauty, especially since we all know I have that crazy mindset about should I get Botox, should I not, how in depth do I want to get when it comes to my own skincare, and something that I'm really excited to ask her is just like, is there too much when it comes to skincare? She's simplified into a 3-step routine, so I'm assuming that she thinks that the beauty industry really does overwhelm women. But let's see what she thinks about that and what she has to say. Aeston West was meticulously designed to support the skin's underlying systems for long-term results. At the heart of the brand is a simple but powerful philosophy, duality by design. With routines engineered to both correct visible damage and defend against the biological triggers of premature aging, Aeston West is filling a white space in the beauty industry. Aeston West offers maximalist products with a minimalist 3-step routine.
I am here with Kait. I didn't lie. We are actually here, and we have some Aeston West skincare products as well. We have avocado toast from Daily Provisions, which I also teased before. So we're just going to be girls and have a great conversation. Kait, first, do you want to talk a little bit about why you founded the brand? Like, the aesthetic is just so cool and so refreshing. So how did that all come to be?
Thank you for the wonderful compliment. But that was totally intentional. I, like everybody, am a beauty consumer as well. And when I was shopping, not only did I find it really confusing myself, and I have access to a lot of the education and I work in the space, but I was not excited. I wasn't inspired in the same way that I was when I went shopping, next door for clothes or for accessories or for, frankly, even like homeware, right? As we age, as we get older, I found myself like aging out of having fun in the beauty aisle.
Yeah.
And like, yes, we can talk about ingredients and the focus on youth, et cetera. But like just the pure joy of beauty was starting to get zapped away. And so I wanted to make something that was like extremely effective, which it is. But also like these are products you use every day. They should look nice in your bathroom. They should fit into your style. Like, how many things touch your face twice a day, every day? Mm-hmm. We should respect that with beautiful design.
I love that. Now, would you say that you actually like live the aesthetic of your brand when you're at home?
Absolutely. If you walk into my house,
oh my God,
you
I want to go.
You know where you're at. So I like to think of myself as a collector, a curator. Some people would say a pack rat at times, but I just find myself being inspired by the things around me whenever I travel or leave my house. I would say the things that you need to bring home let you know that they need to come home with you. And so I just love to be surrounded by things that remind me of, fun times, but also things that inspire me, things that have a little history behind them. But there's not a blank wall in sight.
Wow. Okay. I absolutely love that. So let's actually take a step back though too and talk about each of the 3 products.
Yeah.
Why did you land on these 3? How did you land on these 3? What are they meant for? How often do you use them?
Absolutely.
Give us the little spiel.
So Aeston West, when you boil it all down, is all about maximalism in design, in results, with a minimalist routine. So it's just 3 steps. And for me, that became kind of a challenge, right? Like, how do you maximize results? How do you make sure you're getting wrinkle reduction, brightening, plumping, hydration, the full gamut while you're reducing steps, right? No compromises. And so I started my research in inflammatory pathways. And so you hate to hear it. You hate to know that the research is true, but it all ties back to inflammation. And so inflammation is the root cause of all evils. Dries your skin out, it's irritating, it's puffiness, it causes wrinkle, loss of elasticity. But if you target that, you don't need 50 things. The problem that I find with the skincare industry now is they all are surface level. It's like a wrinkle cream, right? An acne product. We're waiting until the problem surfaces versus with our tech, which we patented, we treat that underlying issue so that you see these benefits across the board. So it's just 3 steps and everything is absolutely action-packed. So the first step is our cleanser. It's a cleansing nectar.
I love the way it looks.
I do too. Again, it's like crystal jelly kind of vibe.
Yes.
And it's an oil-based cleanser, and it's going to be your makeup remover, your cleanser, and it's a hydrating mask all in one.
That is, I just have to say, like, the makeup remover and cleanser needs to be together. Like, I just can't with the 2 separate steps.
Listen, hot take, but like the double cleanse is the biggest scam on the market, right? When I talk to my ladies, they're barely washing their face on a good day, right? Like, you're going to tell me that the key to good skincare is I got to be over my sink, my sleeves are wet.
Right? Yes.
Absolutely not. It's got to be like one and done.
You got to buy the headband or else it's going to
The little things, the clips. No. It's like, it's too much.
Just wash your face.
Just wash your face, exactly. And so I was like, do it all in one. And then, I don't know about you, but like when I wash my face in my previous lives, immediately after you rinse, you get that like saran wrap tight feeling and you're like desperate for a moisturizer. I hate that. It's like, oh my gosh, we should be rewarded for washing our face. So this leaves you with like a juicy, hydrated, like super comfy feeling, which is where that hydration mask idea comes in, but you still feel clean.
Yes.
So that's our first step. Second step is a mist. And this step is really ironic to me because I was the number one hater of mists before this. And it's like, Caitlin, you have 3 products in your line. What do you mean you're the number one hater of mists? So many mists are like water. It's just water, and it feels lovely.
Or it like smells a little good for a second.
Smells a little good, and that's important. We value that. But I'm like, if you're gonna make me like, it's gotta be a powerhouse.
Yep.
And so this is gonna be your essence and a toner all in one. So it gives you the brightening of a toner without harsh acids. Again, we're not stripping here. We're plump, we're juicy. And it gives you like that deep hydration of an essence. So she's working hard. And then my favorite part of this product is it actually looks incredible on top of makeup. So it's not gonna melt you. If you ever get that like midday dry, cakey feeling, I leave this on my desk and just do a little spritz in your back.
I have the travel one and I am obsessed with it. Like, I like to bring very nice elevated skincare when I travel because I'm like, you're staying in a hotel, like you want to feel, and honestly, that was a game changer when I just traveled to Miami. Like,
amazing.
Love.
No, I think that's so great. Yeah, there's nothing better than being in a hotel bathroom and you just have your products laid out.
Yes.
Again, match the vibe.
Especially when they look this beautiful. Yes.
And then last but not least, she certainly is not just a pretty face. This is our serum. We call it this because it's your cream moisturizer and your multi-serum all in one. So this has got 25 actives in it, even though it's just a teeny tiny one step. It's got 25 actives, but it's all anti-inflammatory. So this isn't going to irritate you. It's not going to cause your skin to freak out, but it's got your peptides, your growth factor, your hyaluronic, your niacinamide. If this sounds familiar, it's probably 15 different bottles in your cabinet right now.
That's what I was going to say.
Again, I'm like, why? If we can blend them beautifully, do it in one step, because all of a sudden you're layering. It's pilling. They're like cakey. It's sticky. No.
Yes.
So this has got a really nice, creamy, like your favorite moisturizer texture, and is action-packed with like the best ingredients.
I love that.
And just like that, we're done.
Amazing.
3 steps.
So easy. Now, my first actual question for you was like, if you were at home and you were getting unready and you were going through this routine at night and it was the end of the day, what, if someone like came in and they saw you, what would they like know about you instantly?
Absolutely. They'd say that I love to really get into it. Like for me, start of the day is where when you're getting ready, that's like efficiency. Like I overslept, I got to get out the door. Like we are in a race. And so that's why like the 3-step fast. End of the day, she's home. I have nothing. Nobody's pinging me. Everybody's offline. This is where you can transform the routine into something like really juicy. You can sit with it. So in particular, the cleanser, you'll catch me on my couch. I'm like, I don't even need to be in the bathroom for this. Doing like deep lymphatic drainage massage. We're really getting into it. You're working out the knots. And for me, like the power is once you have the knowledge of like, where am I touching? How do I unlock the drainage? Oh my gosh, it's addictive. You'll be sitting on your own couch doing it all day.
And it's so important to like make time for yourself like that. Speaking of, I'm gonna take a bite of the avocado toast because I'm like, it's been sitting here. I'm like, we might as well try it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, this is good. I like wasn't expecting it to be quite as like sourdough-y.
It's really nice. The red pepper on top.
Right?
It's a little burst of color.
Why do you feel like this is your favorite meal? Like, how do you make it yourself when you make it for yourself?
Listen, I'm a classic wellness girly. We love our power foods like an avocado, but it also just really feels like you're having a meal.
Yeah.
I feel like the temptation with breakfast is to either not do it at all, or you grab like a power bar, which is just something sad about eating a power bar on the go.
Yeah.
I love that it's quick. I love that it feels like a real meal. It's got those like good fatty acids. It's great for the skin.
So true, so true. And I think when it's thick like this, I do feel like it's like a full meal. I don't like it when like you go to a place and it's literally just like a piece of toast and like a very little bit of avocado and like maybe they put an egg or whatever.
Again, I'm a big fan of like, if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
You know, eat
Yep.
the toast, have the toppings.
Totally agree. Okay, so question about getting unready, because this is, I feel like you are gonna have maybe a hot take or two when it comes to this, because the getting unready culture corner of the internet is extreme in that these women doing it and posting videos like to show off all of their routines and all of their steps, and it's a lot of steps, and it's like, then I put my headband in, then this, then that. What do you feel about this get unready with me corner of the internet?
Listen, I love the idea of sharing at the end of the day. And I think what makes those videos so fun to watch on my side is kind of what we already talked about. It's the end of the day. You're not rushing because you're doing your second job or you've got places to be. It's like you can really settle in and people have that kind of comfortability on camera. But what I don't love is the 50 steps, right? And it makes you feel like, oh my God, my routine is only 3 steps. Like, am I missing things?
I need to buy shit.
I need to buy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you do not need to buy shit. I always say that there's 3 steps to good skincare. 1, 2, 3, East and West. No. The 3 keys to good skin are ingredients, proper application, and regular application. But the best ingredients that sit at the back of your medicine cabinet get put away when family comes over, and you see once a month, once every 6 months, aren't doing anything for your skin. Where most people's routines fall apart is just not doing the routine.
Yeah.
And so it drives me crazy with a 12-step routine is you're just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna leave your skin frustrated, it's gonna give you breakouts, things like that. But actually almost worse is it increases your like mental load as well.
Yeah.
Because if you skip your routine, how do you react? You go, oh, like, I'm so bad. I should have done that. My skin hates me. It's like now not only have you just not taken care of your skin and yourself, you're like having this very negative experience.
Yes.
It's like, keep it easy for yourself. It's what your skin wants. It's what you need. And then just make sure that those products are what you actually need to use.
I think also like I'm a rare case because I am in like the shopping industry and I get a lot of products sent to me, but it's so easy to get overwhelmed. And very often I go into my cabinet, which I'll show you in a second, and like there are so many products and boxes and serums that I get sent, and I need to just clean it out because I'm like, I don't need all of these. The 3 products, maybe it's like 3 or 4, like a serum, a moisturizer, or a toner, are sitting in this like box that I take out and put on my sink with 5 million other products that I'm never gonna touch. It's very overwhelming. I think that actually brings me to my number 1 question for you that I'm so excited to ask is like, do you feel like the beauty industry is overwhelming women with making them think that they need something that they're not doing, right? Like,
Yes, I totally do. And hot take, I actually think it's to the detriment of the industry itself. I think sometimes there's a temptation to think people are just trying to sell me more stuff, which is not untrue. But worse than that, it's not good for business, right? Like, product development is expensive. And if you're going to produce like 15 new products a year, I guarantee you're not testing all of them. You're not doing clinicals on all of them. They're probably going to be a little gimmicky, which, hey, we like to have fun too. But if this is like your everyday skincare, it's not really going to help you if it's not really action packed. And so I think that the industry is starting to confuse itself with like crazy names and like the 3rd step and it's too much. And again, we are in the industry and find it confusing. Like, I can only imagine what just trying to live your life and have a good skincare routine feels like at home. I mean, you shop, it used to be the beauty aisle. Now it's the beauty, half the store.
Literally beauty store.
It's beauty store.
It's a full store. Like, it is crazy. But I was just at a really good K-beauty store. And like, but that is fun because you're like discovering new brands and everything, but it still feels overwhelming because it's like, do I really, this one has serum in it, this one doesn't, like, should I try both?
That's the key though. It's like, I think what you said is so important, which is like, it is fun. You know what I mean? There's nothing better than receiving a new beauty product and you're like opening, it's like getting a little treasure, right? And so I really wanted to value that in our products. Like, I want you to feel just like, oh, like I can't wait, that rush. But then beyond it, like, still actually getting a value. And
Yeah.
so to me, like how do you simplify? Like, okay, beauty industry is driving crazy. We're confusing you. How do we simplify? How do you actually shop to know what you need?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's heard of clean beauty. Everybody's heard of clinical beauty.
Mm-hmm.
What does that actually mean? Clean beauty, frankly, type it into an app, type it into ChatGPT. It will tell you everything you need to know. Clean is tough because everybody says that they're clean.
Yeah.
You know, you have one organic ingredient and you're a clean beauty brand. Type it into, Yucca is a great example. It'll really break it out for you. You do not need to be a chemist. And that gives you the baseline of like, can I feel good about using this? It's a big surface area. We're using this every day. The other side of it is it going to work, right? Because we've used clean products before. I don't know if I'm seeing results, right? Clinicals are how you guarantee it's going to work. So for me, that was absolutely top importance. And there's different levels of clinicals.
Okay.
You want to make sure that you get quantitative clinicals. So the difference between those are going to be, is the phrasing agrees with or reduction in.
Okay.
If it's ever an agrees with, those can be valuable. Does it feel sticky? People agree it doesn't feel sticky. But if it's something like 25% reduction in wrinkles, if it's data that's actually saying it's
People saw
reducing
results.
this percentage increase in hydration, reduction, that's how you know it really works, because that had to be done in a lab and that was real measurements. So
Interesting.
that's how you kind of break out clean beauty, clinical beauty, so that you know it's going to be good for you and you know it's going to work.
I never really realized that before.
And how would anybody know? It's like you all of a sudden you see numbers and clean and it's like bumper stickers. You feel like you're at NASCAR. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, on that topic, I know we kind of were talking about this earlier, but like, do you feel like there's anything that's like a big trend right now that a lot of women are doing that you think is like unnecessary, and maybe it's a hot take? But...
Yes, we love a hot take. We love a hot take. Yeah, I actually do feel like the amount of tech that we're putting in our homes has gotten extreme. And it's not even necessarily because it doesn't work or anything like that, but there's a reason why estheticians and dermatologists like go through a lot of training. Not only are these high-tech things that you need to use properly, but it's easy to use them improperly, and they can have a really negative effect on your skin and can have a really negative effect on your bank account. I don't know about you, but
so expensive.
I don't have the budget for, $800, $8,000 gadgets. And actually a perfect example is like some of these more like lo-fi treatments, tools are so effective.
What do you think about like the Medicube?
Medicube. Let's even talk about like gua sha, like any kind of like facial massage, like pulsation where your eyes twitching.
Right.
Literally the best thing you can do for your skin is just use your hands and give yourself a lymphatic. Move the fluid out of your face. Your lymphatic system is like your circulatory system, but without like a pump, like your heart.
Yeah.
Literally moving it mechanically clears out your sinuses, clears out fluids, it depuffs you, and it's completely free. And
you can do it while you're using a product.
While you're using a product. Exactly. You reduce steps. And also, like, if you're on vacation, there's no excuse to be like, well, I didn't pack it. It wouldn't fit in the suitcase. Like, they're with you.
Yeah.
You can even do it on the plane.
Yeah.
And so really finding techniques that you can effectively and safely do at home, it's the best way to actually make your skin glow. And then luckily, you save money and you can go to your esthetician, you can go to your derm, somebody who's gonna really like properly do the micro needling, micro current, red light, extraction.
I tried a Medicube. This is not to say that like I shame anyone who uses it whatsoever, but like it was zapping me. I also have like neuropathy issues that I've dealt with, like idiopathic, so they weren't really sure why it was happening, but that's why like anything that kind of like zaps me in that way, or I'm like, well, my eye is twitching, but I'm literally touching myself here, freaks me out.
Yeah.
So I had to give it to someone because I'm just like, I'm not gonna use this. It's gonna stay with the serums. But it made me really nervous, and it actually made me think about how like I could just go back to massaging my face, and I feel like the same thing is overall happening. Like even with my red light mask, like I do get that people say there are scientific reasons why people have seen improvements, but to do it that often and for that long, it doesn't feel possible, and it feels stressful, which is the same stress that I feel and feel triggered when I see like all of these products in the back of my cabinet.
Absolutely. And you know what's not good for your skin? Feeling stressed.
Yeah, exactly. It's like why I have these pimples right now.
But
No,
it's
literally.
so true. I mean, like, it's not to say these tools are not good tools. They are. But again, ingredients, application, regularity, if you're not using them properly and you're not using them regularly, you're not getting the benefit, and you actually might be doing more damage than helpful.
Yes. Now, one of the questions that I also had was like, what do you think the difference is? And you are very good at explaining differences, but the difference between like skincare as a ritual and skincare as maintenance, because I know consistency is important to you.
Yes, this is totally mind-body connection. It's the attitude that you bring to it. Because the reality is, it's always maintenance, right? Like if our skin was just going to glow on its own, and if you're blessed where just water does it for you, congratulations. But it is maintenance, right? Like it's like brushing our teeth in the morning. You just need to do it to care for yourself. But again, is it something where you're beating yourself up and you're creating confusion? If you wake up and do your skincare routine and are creating confusion in your day, that is like the worst way to start.
Yeah.
Versus if you have something that you can like, you know it works, you know you're gonna do it, you're like, you've freed your mind, then it can become this like ritual moment. Again, a perfect example, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of a lymphatic drainage massage, but like, you won't, if you don't know the steps, you won't do it, right? But if you understand what's happening, if you understand like the benefits, if you see the benefits, you'll find yourself just doing it kind of naturally and taking that time or moving a little more quickly to build it into your day. And so it's really, truly about like clearing your mind space with products that you can be confident in.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a reel yet where you show yourself doing a lymphatic massage on your face with your products? Because you should.
It's on the way. I know.
I'm like, I'm gonna watch it.
No, the hardest part about making the reel is, you've got to do it like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But then I get into it and I'm like, like, should we just be here for 30 minutes? Does anybody want to be on TikTok for 30 minutes?
Do it live. Do it live.
Exactly.
Go live.
We'll be live on Instagram.
But I guess like that also brings me to, what is your personal relationship with aging right now? Because I know, and if anyone who's watching this follows my podcast know, like I am very hyper focused on, do I need Botox? I have wrinkles on my forehead. I have wrinkles on my eyes. Like I have crow's feet. I stress about it sometimes. And then other days I take a step back and I'm just like, this is all social media making us think that it is bad to have signs of aging on your body, when really aging is a gift. And I know it sounds corny because it's something that people repeat a lot, especially in the beauty industry, you hear it, but how do you feel about that?
Totally. So I actually tie it back to like what my core philosophy is in beauty and life is this idea of duality by design, right? People contain multitudes. We're not just, running through a field like, oh my God, I love aging. I never have a bad day. But hopefully we're also not sitting on our couch like afraid to leave because we have a wrinkle, right? Like we have good days and we have bad days. And I think where we in the industry get it wrong is by kind of hyperfixating on one or the other.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anybody likes the terminology anti-aging, but I also don't think people like the terminology of like anti-aging, pro-aging, ageless, right? It's annoying, right? And so I think being more real with the fact that like, let's talk about it in terms of scientific language helps me. Because again, the reality is anti-aging is not a skincare problem, right? Wrinkles are, redness is, but like, let's use specific terms. I mean, with my clients as well, the whole category of menopause skincare is driving me absolutely crazy. And it's driving them crazy too. And the first inclination is, okay, menopause skincare, we're fighting the taboo. We're not though. These products are not nice to use. They literally say like menopause skincare on them. Menopause is not a skin condition. It can affect your skin, but let's address that. And I want sexy products. The same way that I'm not going to put like period cream on my bathroom counter and feel happy to use it. It's the same thing. So like, let's actually fight the taboos by injecting a little science. Let's fight the actual problem. And let's not deny that like, I'm in skincare. If I have a wrinkle, it stresses me out, right?
Yeah.
But if we actually target the issue, which is why this idea of inflammation was so transformative to me, because your skin doesn't hate you. You know what I mean? You don't have bad skin. we live in a stressful, pro-inflammatory world, right? I don't know the last time I talked to somebody that was like, I get great nights of sleep every night. I eat incredibly well, and I have no stress, right? We live in this stressful world. And so let's tackle the real problem, change the language around it so that you don't feel shitty about yourself either way, right? And then you can see some improvements.
Yes, I love that. That's such a good perspective on it. I also want to talk about, because I feel like this whole conversation of aging has to do with confidence, as does style, and we are a fashion podcast after all. So I want to ask you about your personal style. Would love to know what you're wearing today, but also just like how your style has evolved since becoming a founder, because yeah, like I hope you feel so much more confident. Like...
Totally. No, I was just listening to your last episode, and I love this idea of fashion not only giving confidence, but really like elevating the confidence that you feel, because it's always going to come from you. But the more comfortable you feel, it's like skincare. Skincare does not give you confidence, but putting your best face forward and feeling glowy and happy and getting a little confident, God forbid, gives you confidence. And so my relationship with fashion is I love something bold. I think that my biggest frustration across any industry, just the world right now, is that everything is becoming so hyper optimized that we're missing out on like the craft and fun of being a human sometimes.
Yeah.
Not to get deep on it, but you know, minimalism. I would never talk down on minimalism. It's a wonderful style. What I will talk down on is using minimalism as an excuse to give you bad quality things that are not designed. Laziness is not good style, right? Minimalism, great style. So for me, I always like to dress, I'm more of a maximalist. I like to dress how I want to feel that day. The second the sun came out, I'm like, oh, colors, right? Sun goes back away, I'm like, colors.
We need more of it.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah.
But it is like, if you feel good in what you're wearing, you just feel good all day. So for me, like, I know the first time you wear heels and you're a little tall, or you wear colors and people are staring at you, like, you know, you take a little bit of a like, ooh, right? But feeling like you really own what you're wearing and that it makes you happy. And when you open your closet, you know, the Brittany Murphy Uptown Girls moment where she's running through her apartment and she's got all of her things. It's like,
oh, now I want to watch that tonight. I love that movie.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I was just listening to the soundtrack. It's like great, like walking through the city soundtrack.
Oh, must do.
Charmed Life.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? But it just makes you smile. Again, it's like I'm such a mental load reducer, and all of these things improve. They get so shoved aside as like frivolous or extra, or like if you have the time, but like it clears up your day if you just feel good in what you're wearing and you feel happy about it.
My final question for you, and I feel like it's like potentially the most important one, is like, if you've had a bad day or a stressful day or just a long day, and there's one thing that you need to do for yourself when you get home, when you're getting unready, what is that one thing that makes you feel like yourself again?
Absolutely. So there's a reason why makeup wipes are so popular. I could sit here and tell you how bad they are, but they are quick, right? And so for me, in our collection, we created the most lo-fi tool ever. It's called a cleansing puff. Okay. It's my answer to the makeup wipe. You get it wet, you put your cleanser on, you wash everything off, and you just swipe. Because then I don't have the wet sleeves, I don't have the wet counter, I don't have the wet floor or the wet hair, right? If you wash your face, you just feel like a better person, right? You're not you when you don't wash your face at night. And so if I can just use my little puff to take everything off, I feel incredible. I'm renewed.
Love that.
Thank you so much for being here, Kait. I loved this conversation.
Me too.
Yeah, thank you.